Talking to Takayo here on this Monday afternoon. Buffalo Wild Wings, all the Eastwood Road location. Mike Vaccaro alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle, talking at UNCW men's basketball. 10 games into the season. The Seahawks back home now for a nice home stand, a home stretch that will include some conference games to start the season for UNCW as well as we bring in Coach here. And Coach, again, boy, once you get into the season's flying by right now. 10 games in, you're 7-3 right now, getting ready again for this home stand. You're coming off of a setback on the road against a good team in Howard, a team that's predicted to win the MEAC once again. They've won it the last couple of years. But early assessment of your team. 10 games in, you'd like to be obviously 10-0. You're not. But where are you? Where do you think this team should be at this point?
I think right where we are right now. We got off to a pretty good start. We've had some bumps in the road, but that's a part of, going through the non-conference schedule, learning different lessons. I think when you look back at all three of our losses, they come from all teams that are picked preseason to win their league, and they've all happened in three different ways. So I think we're about right where we need to be, right where we're supposed to be right now. I don't know if I want to be 10-0 with this group. I don't know how they would handle that. So taking some losses here and there in the non-conference and learning from them would only benefit us.
But this team, speaking of learning, it seems like they have learned now how to play together. With so many new pieces coming in this season, it's taken some of them a little while, but do you see that? Do you see the true identity of this team starting to develop 10 games in?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's there. It wasn't there the other night. So when you have a setback like that where your identity didn't shine on the floor, you start to kind of reevaluate things, and you got to snap them back into reality here and make sure that we never get away from that again. But it's about 50 to 60% there.
Defense seems to be very effective. 4-game win streak, it was predicated on the defense. Yeah. Is that what this team needs to be, a very good defensive team to be successful? Absolutely,
especially when you have nights where the shots aren't falling. You have to be able to rely on your defense. And, during that 4-game stretch, we were guarding at a high level, and we got away from it the other night, and it cost us.
Looking at the development of some of these players as well, you look at guys that have been in the program, and Kamari McGriff certainly is one of those guys coming off a 34-point effort against Howard. What is it about him? Why has he been able to develop and become the player that he is that, if he keeps on this path, maybe he's an all-conference type of player this year?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I said if we're not going
to with him, he's one of us. Like, when I think about Kamari, he's a self-made guy. He's talented for sure, but he's worked his tail off. And then him being such a great young man, a high-character young man, and being raised the right way, that helps. That helps us coach him. That helps him accept coaching. So when you think about those two things, you're not surprised by him having big nights like that. Now, something interesting came up earlier before we met with the guys. Our strength and conditioning coach, he has these monitors on their heart to where he can see their output in practice and in the game, and he's reaching a peak output in every practice, every weight session. And so when you get to the game, he's exceeding that, and people aren't able to match him with that. So if we can get everybody reaching their peak output, we could have something pretty good.
Speaking of exceeding it, 3.5 years it took him to graduate. Got his degree. You guys honored him on Saturday because he was on the road. He wasn't here to take part in the commencement ceremonies, but that speaks volumes about the kid that he is as well.
Yeah, no, he takes his academics very serious. If he gets a B, he's upset about it. He's an intelligent young man if you've ever had a chance to sit down and talk with him. But he is a sharp young fella that, if he decides to play basketball for a career, then good. But whatever he does, he's going to be successful because he just has, that it factor about him.
You mentioned to me prior to the game that to get him more minutes and Harlan more minutes because both of them are playing well. You've got to play them together at times, and you did that a little bit on Saturday. Your thoughts? Did it work out well? Is it something you want to do again?
Yeah, I thought it helped us a little bit offensively, but defensively, those guys being able having to switch out and guard perimeters and just kind of be in the fire a little bit. I think it hurt us in that area, but that's absolutely something that we have to keep looking at because those two guys together could be a tough combination for people to prepare for.
In beginning of the year, Kamari was talking about Harlan and really saying how he has helped Kamari get better because he's going up against a 7-footer in practice. Do you see that? Do you see those guys maybe feeding off each other and helping each other develop?
Yeah, I do. I mean, they compete against each other every day. I think it certainly has helped Kamari be able to score oversized and, to wiggle around guys a little bit better. And I think he's been doing that. And with Harlan, having to go against a guy that's, a little bit quicker than him, I think that's helped him seal a little bit better and, attack angles a little bit better. So I think both guys have benefited from it.
Again, 7-3 to start this season. The defense has been solid. The rebounding has been solid. Getting to the free throw line has been important for this team. Is there one stat as you look at it that you think you could be a little bit better at, especially as you approach conference play?
Yeah, I'd love to take care of the basketball a little bit better. When you look at our numbers, they aren't bad. We're averaging about 10.5, 11 turnovers a game. I'd like to get that down to about 9. And then, guys that we're counting on to make shots, they got to make shots. That's just bottom line. We can't make them do that. They just, they have to knock shots down for us. That's why we brought them here.
That said, it seems like the shots are taken are good looks, high-quality shots because of the way you guys move the ball as well. So you're setting them up. What does it take? Just more practice?
I don't know. If I knew the answer to it, I would tell you. But these guys are good shooters. They just have to step up and make shots. I mean, that's just the bottom line. It's a make or miss game. They're getting great looks. They have to step up and knock them down.
When you look at the three-point shooting, you guys, though, aren't settling for the three. Is that something that you see these guys making some adjustments? Okay, if it's not falling, there's other ways that you can score and you need to score.
Yeah, I mean, we're making our adjustments, getting to the free throw line and getting to the paint, throwing it inside to the big fellas, and we're doing it in some different ways. But make no bones about it, we got to make some threes here.
And we'll see maybe that happens starting this week. A big stretch for UNCW at home starts on Wednesday when they host Florida Gulf Coast. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Right now we'll take our first break. We want to hear from you. We'll take questions from the audience here if anyone's got a question for Coach as we are talking to Takayo here on this Monday afternoon. And we'll also hear from Mike Oblinger a little bit later on as well, a little state of address, if you will, on the athletics department for UNCW. Stay with us. Back in just a moment.
Move over Friday. Buffalo Wild Wings is making Thursday the best day of the week. Every Thursday, enjoy buy one and get one free boneless wings with takeout or delivery from B-Dubs. Ready to score double the sauce for half the price? Buy one and get one of equal value free boneless wings on Thursday. Not valid with any other offers. Size exclusions may apply. Limit one while supplies last. Delivery and takeout available at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations. Limited time offer. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Valid only for orders placed through the Buffalo Wild Wings app or website.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Hey Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town. Now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven. And be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street. And download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
Talking to Takayo here today. Mike Vaccaro with you alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. UNCW men's basketball, 10 games in already, how quick it goes. 7-3 start to the season for UNCW, and that's coming off the setback, unfortunately, to Howard on the road on Saturday, 88-83, the Seahawks against the Bison. Coach, going into this game, you knew this was a team, they've got some good players on it, a team that's back-to-back MEAC champs preseason, picked to win the championship again there. What were some of your concerns going into the game?
A lot. There was a lot of concerns there. Perception and what's reality. All right, it's just a couple different things. Like once you start to dive into it, if you have a respect for the game, you can see that they're a championship level program. You can see that they have really good players. Like, that's very obvious. You can see they play to win, and they're about the right things. You can see that from the jump. So the first order of business was to try to get our guys not to think immaturely, right? Like, yes, it's a team that's in a lower conference, but they are good. All right, and I wanted them to understand that we had to have a certain mentality and approach to the game, to our preparation. But I don't know, like, leading up to it, you're like, okay, nothing has happened to where I'm thinking that we don't have the right mentality or approach. But then when we get out on the court, you can see that obviously our approach and our mentality wasn't in the right place. And I take all the credit for that. That's on me. I got to get them ready to play. But we just didn't attack it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, spending time with you on that trip, everything was the same as you said. Yeah. You go into a game, you don't change the way you approach any opponent here. What was it? They got off to such a hot start. We're hitting threes. Was it them hitting tough shots? Was it defensive breakdowns?
It's just we had a lack of urgency. We didn't have enough intent, enough force. Like, we just we were just lacking in those areas, and on the road against a good team that's desperate for a win, you can't lack in those areas.
It's got to be frustrating for you, for the coaches as well, especially the way you had been playing leading up to this game as well.
Yeah, very frustrating that we didn't handle that the right way. But it's going to come up multiple times in league play, and hopefully that can be a learning lesson for us.
Let's again talk about Kamari McGriff. Again, 34 points. He made his first 14 shots. He was 14 for 14 before his 15th shot was blocked. When did you know it was going to be a game for him, that kind of he had the edge on the post players from Howard?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it going into it. If they're going to play, if anybody plays on his back, like if they play on his back, he's going to crush them. If they don't double and dig off other guys, like he's going to crush them because his touch is so good around the rim. If you remember last year, he shot 80%. Like he shoots, he doesn't miss those shots around the rim. So if anybody's going to play behind him, I know that he's going to torch him. So I knew they were going to play him like that, and we just wanted to feed him. And thank God for him, because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't even been in position to even have a chance to win the game.
Yeah, 34 points, 14 of 16 from the field. He made his only three he took. He's 2 for 2 now in his career from long range. And then you had, again, Obioha with 12 points off the bench, 17 minutes for him. Would you like, or did you not like what you saw from Obioha in his minutes? And again, as we talked about, those two guys playing together.
No, I thought they did a really good job offensively. I mean, it's tough for people to defend them, but on the defensive end, we just have to tighten some things up and help them out. Like I said, being in the fire when we're switching 1 through 5, and not losing guys for threes and not getting back cut, stuff like that. And that's something that we can continue to get better at with those two guys in the game at the same time.
Into the game, still a tight ball game. A couple possessions didn't go your way. What were you looking to get down the stretch there? A chance, I think, to tie late in that game.
Yeah, we were looking to get the ball inside to K, and we were trying to run some high pick and roll with Donovan, and to try to hit K on rolls and loosen Donovan up a little bit. But we just didn't have enough game toughness at the end. Guys were turning down shots and stepping out of bounds and turning the ball over. It was just, we kind of got, some guys got wide-eyed, in crunch time, and, you just can't do that type of stuff and expect to win.
We've talked so often under your tenure, this program has done a great job learning from losses and coming back and bouncing back. Is it the mental side, the biggest thing that they learn from a game like this?
It's the mental side of it. How you prepare and, your approach to everything that you're doing. It's so much the mental side of things, especially now with this transfer portal and getting so many new guys in. It's been more psychological work than I've ever thought that I was going to have to do, but it's just part of it.
Well, again, the Seahawks start a 5-game homestand coming up on Wednesday, trying to turn things around after that tough setback Saturday at Howard. We'll take another break. When we get back, we'll talk a little bit about UNCW athletics as a whole. We'll sit down with Mike Oblinger, Director of Athletics, is here. We'll talk to him next. Stay with us.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at KennedyRES.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit oleanderchiropractic.com.
Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
Brewster's Ice Cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's Ice Cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
If you're looking for a center console boat with versatility, style, and value, check out Seaboard Boats at Marine Warehouse Center. Seaboard models ranging from 22-foot to 26-foot. The LX series is more than capable of shallow coastal runs, but also adds hardcore offshore fishing. Don't settle for less. Let Marine Warehouse set you up with a Seaboard boat that's powered with a Suzuki-powered outboard. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Winterworld right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Winterworld still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Winterworld, Wilmington's choice for 25 years in counting.
Winterworld, simply the best for life.
Back here at Buffalo Wild Wings, old Eastwood Road location. We'll be back here next Monday as well, talking to Takayo. Right now we're talking to Mike Oblinger, Director of Athletics here at UNCW. And Mike, great to have you back here. It's always good to catch up with you and get a little state of address, I guess, on athletics, which, again, it's been another solid fall and great winter so far.
Yeah, great fall. Obviously, we started the school year in a great way, and thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about the fall, and one thing that happened this week, Aiden Heaney, longtime men's soccer coach, got a contract extension, 3 more years added on to him, and certainly a great run for a young team all the way to the championship in the CAA this season. What is it about Aiden? What does he do for you, for this program, and for this department?
Yeah, Mike, that was something we started talking about in the summer. Obviously him coming into his last year, what he was interested in doing, and I was out in front of him and said, I'm interested in bringing you back. Obviously we wanted his leadership to continue. He's a championship coach, and you're right, took the youngest team, at least the youngest starting group, to the championship game. Went up to Hofstra, so all those kids came back, and now they understand how to get there, right? They've tasted success, they've tasted that, and it was a no-brainer to get him back involved, and very fortunate to have his leadership.
Yeah, and this is, a soccer community Wilmington is, and certainly he's well known in this community. So to have him around certainly is a big plus, somebody who's been here for as long as he has.
100%. Huge soccer community here. Led the league in attendance now again for consecutive years. And so that's, a product of obviously his leadership and Chris Neal on the women's side, obviously. But yeah, looking for big things on the men's side here moving forward.
Let's talk men's basketball here, and just coming off recently the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic. I know this was a big push by you to have a home holiday tournament for Takayo Citadel as well. As you look back at it, how did you think things went in year one? Because I know you want to have maybe year 2, year 3, whatever.
We are interested in that, and we're having some conversations about what 2 and 3, a second, classic would look like. But Mike, I think we nailed it. I think everything top to bottom was high end. It was first class experience. We've heard nothing but great things back from the 3 teams that came, and that's important, right? We wanted to be out in front of that. We wanted to host a good tournament because then, when we talk about it in year 2, 3, 4 going forward, we want that to be out there, that we run a first-class tournament anytime someone comes here and whatnot. So, we've been very popular as it relates to scheduling, and so that the word is out that it was a great tournament, and so we've got 2 teams already locked in, well, 3 including us, for next year, and so we're looking for that 4th team. We're going to be really selective. We'd like to find someone local because we saw what App State having a local piece and having a local, I say local, down the road, obviously, but no, I thought it was great. We're going to be out in front of it a little bit so people can now plan their holiday plans around coming to this, and so I expect that our attendance would be up next year, but a title sponsor is obviously important, and those folks at Live Oak are interested in being more involved, so that tells us that we brought value to them, right? We brought value to our community, and again, looking forward to having a second annual.
And you've been around, you go to some of these tournaments and there's not great crowds for a lot of the games, but as you said, having an App State there, even games that UNCW didn't play in, there was still an environment. So as you said, it's important to have that in-state or local type of connection moving forward as well.
Yeah, Mike, we thought that going into it, right? We anticipated that, obviously proof of concept with bringing App, and so that's why we could probably lock in a 4th team right now, but I think having somebody in the region, having somebody in the state is important, and we got a little bit of time before, obviously next November.
That was all part of 19 home games this year as well. So what's been the feedback? Is folks getting a chance to see this team more often than obviously they did a year ago?
Yeah, well, we love to play in Trask. We love to play in front of our fans, providing that value for our season ticket holders. Mike, we've got 500 additional season ticket holders from last year to this, and we think that's a big part of it. Having that 17 to 19 home games is important, somewhere in that range. We're on track for that next year. But yeah, having a lot of quality opponents in Trask is very, very important. Scheduling is very, very important. I think in this day and age, it's changing, right? We're a difficult opponent. We're a difficult opponent in our place, and so that's difficult, to get someone to come here. And we're hearing no's a lot more than we're hearing yeses, but we're certainly out there asking and trying to get good opponents in here for our fans.
And I know you and I talked ECU, having them on the schedule, obviously very important to fans here. What's the status of that scheduling with the Pirates?
Yeah, so when I got here, we were in towards the back end. I think it was a 3-year, and went to those guys and said, hey, let's scrap that. Let's get you here. Obviously bringing them into Trask is important. So we just started this year was a first year of a 6-year deal with home and home, and so we were up there. They'll be back in our place, and then we'll go back and forth here for the next 6 years. We'll probably end up doing something on the women's side as well, maybe after this year with them. But them or Coastal, those types of folks in our neighborhood, I'm very interested in playing everything, right? Yeah. And we're just talking obviously hoops, but I love to play them. We play baseball, with both sides, but softball and anything else, soccer, those types of things. We should be playing our people in our backyard as often as we can.
So there you go, ECU coming back to Trask next year, so part of maybe 17 or more home games next year, including the tournament as well. So a lot of good things around the corner. We'll take a break here, but Mike's not going anywhere. We've got some more things to talk about, to get to. A lot of things happening in athletics here with the holidays coming up, trying to get you all up to speed on what's happening inside UNCW athletics. So stay with us. We'll take a break. We'll be back just after this.
All right, let's go ahead and huddle up, wing lovers. You do know you can double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Well, here's what you do. Buy one order of traditional wings and get the second one for 50% off. No time to dine? Don't sweat it. Order for delivery and then wing it up with the crew at home. Or you can pick up Buffalo Wild Wings takeout when you're on the go. Limit 1 per order. Not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. Double your count for less. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud supporter of Seahawk Athletics.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landville Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Hey Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town, now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven, and be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street, and download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Winter World right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Winter World still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Winter World, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
Winter World, simply the best for less.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com. Back here at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location, talking to Takayo. Right now talking with Mike Oblinger, Director of Athletics here at UNCW, and talking about a couple different things with athletics. And a big topic by a lot of fans is baseball, Brooks Field, the renovations down there. What's the latest you could tell us about that as a countdown toward the start of the season in mid-February?
Yeah, well, today's Christmas because the turf is here. It arrived, and we'll get going on installing that here probably in a day or two. The interesting thing about this project is there's so much that goes into laying down turf, right? Obviously, we have to pull off the old surface, 400 truckloads of what they're calling bad dirt. Did you know what bad dirt is? I've learned what bad dirt is. So we took all that out. Obviously, a lot of stone, a lot of sand that comes back in because drainage was an issue, right? We had some major drainage issues on that site, and so that's been done. So the thing that's interesting about this project is like the turf goes in last, and it's actually like kind of the quickest thing that goes in, right? So you'll see kind of this dirt pit, and then all of a sudden the guys will get in there, and it takes a little bit to get it in there. So that's important. The dugouts look great. They're huge, spacious. I think Randy's really excited to get in there. I think that's maybe one of his favorite components of the new project. Reworking the outfield wall a little bit. That space behind the home plate, that 100 level there. Where we had some seats. We moved the backstop closer to home plate. That's part of the project. That's part of something that Randy wanted to do, and so that's kind of like a clean slate for us back in there. So we've got concrete back in there now. We're not going to have a full picture. We're not going to have a full-time seating situation down there this season. We're going to do some temporary stuff because we've got a really creative thing that we're going to end up doing, but it's going to take longer than, really the concrete just got done here a week or two ago, and so, to get that done by February was unrealistic. And so we've got some plans and some preliminary drawings about, what those areas could look like. One of the things I want is I don't want the walkway to be between the wall and the seats. I want the seats directly up to the wall for our fans, and so we're going to be able to do that and some of the creative things back in there. So this year will be temporary, so we've had to move some folks around there, but look for some news about what we're going to do there, hopefully as we get into January, into the season.
Yeah, the chance to see always some good teams, and elevated even more with Georgia coming in the first weekend as well. So a lot of excitement as always around that program.
I'll tell you, Coach brought me that. Hey, do you want? We give the opportunity to play Georgia, to open the season. What do you think about it? I said, absolutely. Anytime we can bring, a caliber program like that in here. We do all year, right? Midweeks we see high quality, powerful opponents. The Georgia, the only thing they requested was help on finding good hotel rooms. So I said, we can figure that out. But grateful to have, Georgia come and we're not that far away from the beginning of baseball season.
Yeah, mid-February it'll be here before you know it. I know some folks maybe got a survey with some facility stuff going on. What can you tell us about that, and what's happening elsewhere beyond, maybe Trask beyond Brooks Field?
Yeah, so really, hopefully, if you've got that email about the survey, hopefully you filled it out. I know it was lengthy. I know it took a minute. It wasn't a quick survey, but we appreciate people's feedback. We really want to know what's important to our fans, and that's really, Mike, the last kind of component of doing this survey or doing this master plan. Obviously, we've engaged Populous to help us with that. In August, the Board of Trustees approved kind of where some of the pieces can go on our campus, right, which again is important. So now it's just understanding of, what is the demand? What's the want? What do people want to see from an enhanced experience? And that's what we're talking about. It's going to be an enhanced basketball experience, whether we renovate or whether we build a new. That's what's really core to what we're trying to do here is provide, first-class facilities, obviously, for our program, our student athletes, both on the men's and women's basketball side, but ultimately our fans. We've got, a wonderful building from a fan amenity, standpoint. We're lacking. We're lacking some things that I think are really, really important in this day and age to make sure that fans keep coming out to the ball game, right? That's very, very important. So we'll have, that feedback from folks, and then we'll obviously go forward and make a decision.
And get more people involved in what's going on as well between fans, donors. I know you've instituted the Champions Club recently, and that's something that's growing and to the benefit of the department as a whole.
Yeah, so that's something about a year ago, Mike. We, with the Seahawk Club, the Champions Circle, and that's a philanthropic program. So that's asking people to go above and beyond what they pay for tickets, or a seat donation of at least $5,000 a year for 5 years, right? So a $25,000 commitment, a $50,000 commitment, a $100,000 commitment, whatever that might look like, and that's going to go towards a facility. That's going to help go for facility project and endowment projects, and the unrestricted fund, if you will, within our department. And so we went from really zero this time last year, and I think Adam told me last week we just got our 63rd commitment, over a 5-year period. And I've been very bullish about, since I got here, about philanthropy, right? Philanthropy can move the needle in so many ways for us, and so we've been aggressive, tastefully aggressive in that space, ever since I arrived, and people are signing up, people are stepping up and helping us in a lot of different ways, and we'll obviously look forward to that continuing.
The House settlement, how does that play into all this, and what can you tell us about the latest with that?
Yeah, this is something that we're tracking on every single day, Mike. It's something that we're talking about constantly, because it is a fundamental shift in the way that we do business, right? And so, right now, I think mid-January we're due an update, right? When I say we, I mean like the whole NCAA, all D1, and so, we're cruising towards that early part of April when the settlement hopefully will be ratified and we can move forward, and really kind of the new era of college athletics, right? We're not in the Power Four, so we're not listed as a plaintiff in the suit, right? So we're not obligated to do what all Power Four institutions are obligated to doing. But again, this opens up the idea that, from a rev share standpoint, right, from a scholarship limit standpoint, so there's no scholarship limits, it's roster limits, right, which is again a kind of a new terminology for our coaches to go through. But I'm most interested in having a clear path to how to move forward, right? We're 3.5 years into the NIL era, 5-ish or so years into the portal era, which obviously has changed the landscape of what we're dealing with here at D1. And so, over the last 3.5 years of NIL, it's changed almost yearly, right? What you can do, what you can't do, the rules, and so I'm looking forward to saying, okay, here we are. This is the new era. This is the new what D1 looks like, and obviously we can all move forward.
Yeah, we often talk about coaches that have to kind of embrace what it is right now between NIL and transfer portal. As an athletic director, it's got to be the same thing for you. You got to embrace it and also learn how to utilize it to the benefit of each of these programs.
100%. We can't just put our head in the sand here and let what I say D1, whatever it transforms into, we have to be able to change, adapt, and move forward. You talk about the portal. I think coaches, not necessarily for us, but across the board, are realizing how important the portal can be, right? I think we're very attractive in the portal for a lot of reasons. I think once you bring a young person on our campus, our coaches will tell you that we can get them. We have a lot to sell, we have a lot to show, which is really, really important. But yeah, for us, I think we have to embrace change. I think whether it's the NIL era, we put flight in. We have influencer. We're very fortunate to have a collective here in One Seahawk, and Brett and Jason. What they're doing for us has been phenomenal. And so we're going to keep leaning into those, because again, we can't be left behind as it relates to whatever changes come in D1.
Yeah, it's certainly a great time to be a Seahawk, whether you're athletic director, a coach, an athlete, or a fan and donor as well. So it's a great time right now here for UNCW Athletics. Mike, thanks for spending a little time with us here today.
Yeah, great to have you, and thanks everybody, and happy holidays.
Again, Mike Oblinger, our Director of Athletics here at UNCW, joining us. We'll take a break. We'll bring Takayo Siddle back in and talk more about Seahawk basketball. Our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week is next. Stay with us.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go.
With
The Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at kennedyres.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake you Hardee's original made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits. Famous since 1977 and still baked fresh every 15 minutes. It's not the easy way, but it's the only way to make Hardee's breakfast so good. Like our mix-and-match handcrafted breakfast biscuits. Select items now 2 for $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
Brewster's ice cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
Talkin to Takayo rolls on as we bring Coach back in here. Mike Vaccaro with Takayo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. UNCW 7-3 on the season, 10 games in with a 5-game homestand coming up starting on Wednesday. Time for the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Only the one game to talk about, but again, great numbers for Kamari McGriff. 34 points, a career high. He was 5 shy of the school record. Brian Rowson with 39 points is the record. Kamari, 14 for 14 to start with. He finished 14 for 16, 1 of 1 from 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds as well. Coach, he's currently 4th in the country, shooting 71.8% from the field. And it's one thing to say, yeah, everything's around the rim, but it's not dunks. It is some moves and some finesse to what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, he can go over both shoulders, Mike. And like I said, he's developed himself into being a really good player. He's working hard every day to get a little bit better. He's about the right things. You know, people were putting stuff out yesterday on Instagram about the game he had. He never reposted it because we lost. So he's about the right things. He's about the team. He's about this program. He's about this city. You know, he's about winning, not only on the court but off the court. You know, I'm very proud of him, and I'm glad that, you know, I've been around to see his development over the last few years, man, and I can't wait to see how much better he gets, and I can't wait to see his success in life.
Obviously, he's having a great year. Did you go into the year thinking he was going to be playing like this, to the point where you're drawing plays up for him and making him more of a focal point of the offense than he had been in the past?
No, we didn't. To be honest with you, we didn't know. We knew he was working really hard. We knew he was going to be, you know, a starter and a good player for us. But if you would have asked me this a year ago, if we were going to be throwing the ball into him and featuring him, you know, I'd be lying if I told you that we were thinking about that. We knew he was going to be a good player, like I said, and a huge part of what we're doing. But, you know, to his credit, he's developed himself into being a really, really talented offensive player.
Kamari McGriff, again, a great game against Howard, one of the best in school history, the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Seahawks memories are made with good friends. Off the beaten path, it's time to get into a built wild Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics. We'll stick with the bigs here with Sonny's question about the other bigs developing, and really McCoy, your freshman, who, if you're going to play Harlan and Kamari together, does that mean McCoy gets a little bit more minutes to give those guys some rest?
I don't know. It depends on the game. You know, he's getting better every day. His attitude's been really good. He's putting in a lot of extra work. I'd like to be able to play him a little bit and give, you know, teams a different look, because he's different from Harlan and Kamari. But I don't know. It's a game-by-game basis.
And you look at this roster, you're older. You know, my design, is it harder these days, not just for McCoy, but for other freshmen to kind of find their way into some lineups because of the transfers that make these teams older?
Yeah, it is. And the way this thing comes at you, like you just talked about it before we started the show, how, you know, when the season starts, it's just piling up on you, right? So we don't have time to wait. You know, he's got to continue to develop as the season goes, and if he does get an opportunity, he has to be ready to take advantage of it. But it's hard for freshmen to play at this level, and it's hard as a coach to depend on freshmen to help you win games because they're so far behind. But he's an unbelievable kid, and he works extremely hard. And he's about the right things. If he can just be patient, he could be a really good basketball player here.
Again, UNCW about to start a 5-game homestand. It's going to wrap around the holidays as well. As a coach, does that challenge you more when you've got the holidays coming up? Some of these guys haven't been home in a while, and trying to make sure that they're staying focused one game at a time and on basketball before they can turn their attention to being home.
Yeah, I mean, that's a concern for sure. It's always that game that you play. You know, we'll play on the 21st, and they get to go home after that. So that'll be a concern. But I think right now, with the loss that we just took, you know, to reel them back in and get them back focused, I think it'll be a little bit easier. And then we'll just worry about that game on the 21st when it comes, and we'll have our speech ready, and we'll try to get their mentality and their approach in the right place.
I was going to say, maybe the blessing of a loss is that they're going to be focused. They're going to be listening to you here in practice leading into this game on Wednesday. For sure.
I hope so. They better. Or we're going to have some issues. But no, they'll be fine. It's a long season.
Yeah.
And the non-conference is for you to learn from different, every game that you play in. And we certainly are going to use this loss that we just had as a learning tool for us.
How has it been not to have to travel as much as you had to last year, November, December, to be home as much as you've been so far?
It's been great. I know it's been great for the guys, but just speaking for myself, just being able to have a routine and, not have to worry about packing a bag every 2 days and being able to sleep in my own bed. It's been great for us. But like I always tell you, Mike, the crowd ain't going to help us win, so we got to make sure that we're locked in and we go out and we execute the game plan and execute our system on both ends of the floor.
So again, it's a 5-game homestand coming up on Wednesday. We'll take our last break and we'll talk about that opponent when we return. Stay with us. We're talking to Takayo here this Monday afternoon.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landwell Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Back to wrap things up today, talking to Takayo. A reminder, we're back here next Monday, right here at Buffalo Wild Wings, old Eastwood Road location. Coach, almost out of time, but Florida Gulf Coast coming to town on Wednesday, 7 o'clock, back here in Trask Coliseum. Your thoughts on the Eagles playing in back-to-back years and what it's going to take to get a win against them?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good basketball team, good program, good coach. They've had a rough non-conference schedule, so I can't let our guys look at their record and think that we can just walk out there and win. They're very talented. It's going to be a tough game for us. We're going to have to be ready to go out the three-point line, get back in transition defense. We're going to have to do a better job than we did the other night to give ourselves a chance.
So again, UNCW, Florida Gulf Coast, that game Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Come on out, get those tickets at uncwsports.com/buy tickets. Or you can watch the game on Flow College, listen to it on 95.9 The Breeze. Coach, we'll talk to you prior to that game on Wednesday.
Thank you, Mike.
Again, thanks for joining us out here today. We'll see you next week, next Monday, for another edition of Talkin' to Takayo right here at Buffalo Wild Wings, old Eastwood Road location. Have a great day, everybody.